Welcome back to Fallingfoxgaming, everybody. I'm your host Blaine, and today we're picking up with some more Kenshi. It had only been a couple of hours. The Dust King has been taken from his own quarters. The group now waits and watches to make sure the Dust Bandits don't try to organize a counterattack. It seems as though for now, they're too afraid to act. Too afraid to do anything. With about a quarter of their forces deserting in the middle of the night, and then the Dust King being abducted, the remaining Dust Bandits seem to be on edge. They seem to be fraying. And that's precisely what we want. Currently we find ourselves in the middle of the canyon near our base. Ryoko still refuses to let go of the Dust King. Ryoko knows that as long as she's one holding on to the Dust King, he can't wake up, he can't escape. The methods that were taught to her, she's mastered in such a short amount of time. Or at least so it seems. The Dust King is not a pushover. In fact, he's quite powerful. He's someone to be feared. And that is why this situation is being taken so seriously. In a short amount of time, we will be back home, back at our base. And the decision of what to do with the Dust King must come quickly. For we fear a counterattack could happen at any time. Let's not waste any time. Approaching camp, the party sighs with relief. The gates open slowly, and rest awaits him inside. The following morning, Fox finally has a chance to be face to face with the Dust King, the man who has sent several groups to attack his encampment, his new town, his new settlement. The Dust King is a man of terror, apparently. Now he's in our cage, and it's up to us to decide what we must do with him. It's not an easy choice. Over the night, Fox had many opportunities to talk with his closest companions. Many of them agree on all the same things. The Dust King is a threat so long as he exists in this area. Keeping him as a prisoner could be useful for information, for training, perhaps even recruiting him eventually. But the Dust King has done awful, terrible, horrible things. Many things that we cannot accept. Fox believes they only have one choice. Killing him would benefit very few people. He would die here, and only they would truly know what happened to him. No. He is going to be turned into the Shek. Everyone will hear that the Dust King has been brought to justice by Fox and his gang. Word will spread. That is what we will do. Security is not to be taken lightly. As you can see, our forces have secured the training tower with the prisoner's cage on top and the doors securely locked. For now, the Dust King will remain in his cage. We will watch over him for a couple of days and await to see if a counterattack happens. Ryoko was spotted. But does anybody know who Ryoko is? I guess we shall see. With that, so we have ourselves an interesting situation, everybody. We have the Dust King captured. He has a $35,000 bounty, which really doesn't matter, or 35 100,000 cats, whatever you want to call it. We obviously can't turn him into the Holy Nation or United Cities. That has nothing to do with us. I mean, in all honesty, if we made a trek up to like the United Cities or the Holy Nation, that probably wouldn't be a bad idea, because we could realistically probably get rid of him by sending him, still probably execute him. But we're going to bring him to the Shek. One, because they're our allies, and two, this is a great way to show the Shek that we're not just common bandits. We are here to try and clean up the area. And that's one of the things we want. So what we're going to do here is we're going to actually take the Dust King, and we're going to go turn him in. Now, we could turn him in at, I believe, Squin. And I think Admeg also has a bounty office, but I'm not sure. So Squin is probably going to be our target area. And it should be a relatively uneventful trip, but I'm not so sure. There have been rumors that a counterattack or an ambush is waiting. They can't breach our walls, and they know that. Their attacks have already failed. So they're going to lay wait and ambush us when we try to move the Dust King. That is why we're going to take a very serious security force with, in plans, just in case something happens. Now, I've taken your guys' advice into account, and what we're going to do is we're going to turn the Dust King in. Now, there's no actual reason for us to do that because the cats are meaningless to us, and in all honesty, he's essentially a useless character for us. Now, we got him captured. His dust bandits will essentially leave us alone, and we could just kill him outright. But I don't want to do that. I think Fox honestly would believe that at this point, killing him would be almost meaningless. We've already captured him, proven that we can kill him. If we killed him, it would just prove that we're no better than any other bandit that wants to strike fear into the enemies. We don't want that. We want to stand for justice, if anything. Not necessarily, like, we're not like some goody two-shoes people, but we have a code of honor and a code of ethics, and one day we will rule with law, not just chaos and whims of a tyrant. It looks like we're allowed to talk to him, and we're going to give that a shot and just see what kind of options we have, because I'm actually kind of curious. I've never actually captured someone like this, so let's find out. If we talk to him... talk to. Who in hell's name are you? I was thinking, we could use someone with your talents. Fancy working for us? So, how did you become the Dust King then? So let's ask him how he became the Dust King, because I'm kind of curious about that. Well now, that, my friend, is a good story. It all began with my old goat Betsy. Okay. Okay, I'm serious, pal. How about you enlighten me? You want the real story, huh? Come back later, I might tell you. Okay, so it sounds like if we keep him in this cage, he might tell us more story. So for now, that's actually what we're going to do. Like I said, the plan is to eventually turn him in at Squin, but I kind of want to hear what he has to say. So we're going to let him sit here for a couple days before coming back and seeing what he has to say. The days have been dragging on. The crews have begun constructing a new building. This will be our crafting station building. Fox believes that it's time that they begin crafting their own gear as quickly as possible. The crews begin work, and the structure will be done soon, hopefully. Our plans are being accelerated rapidly. With our first aggressive move in taking the Dust King, attention is being drawn upon us. It's only a matter of time before others take notice. We need to be ready. As the final pieces of the building are being constructed, Fox looks on proud. His crews work tirelessly, endlessly. They're very good men. None of them deserve the harshness of these lands, and that is why Fox works so hard to fix things. It's about time they set up their workshop. Let's have a look at what Fox has in mind. As the men and women around him work tirelessly to fix and build this entire crafting area, in just a few short days it'll be ready. There are stations for crafting weapons, leather armor, medical supplies, our different fabrics, and our actual leather. There's plenty of storage for just about everything. And down below, we will expand the territory much more as space is needed. So this is kind of what we're looking at, everybody. So we are going to be expanding this area here. Now, we don't have everything yet. We're actually missing several researches that we need to craft just about everything. But this is going to get us going on kind of our primary stuff. Now, our building is at kind of a slope, which is annoying, so sometimes looking into this building might be a little obnoxious, but we're just going to have to make do for now. But for now, this is what we're going to be doing. It's going to take some time for me to kind of build and craft and get everything kind of set up to be a little more automated, along with getting people working this stuff properly. So we're going to take a little break. I think we're going to have to kind of pause it here because I don't want to actually move the Dust King here for a couple of days still. It hasn't been that long since we captured him. Building this stuff didn't take that long because we actually had most of the supplies, but we're running kind of low, so it's going to take us a few more days to kind of finish that up. At the same time, we've actually got to make a trek to Squin specifically to get some books. We have... What's going on down here? Why are they down here? What? Okay, so we have a whole bunch of people down there. Oh, did they fall off again? So there's something with this area. This has been one of my big frustrations, is people seem to fall off the mountainside when they're working over here. It's happened a couple times now, and if I have my gates closed, they can't get back in, so they just kind of stand down there and they get attacked by animals. But that's okay. For now, we're gonna have to leave off here. This is a bit shorter episode. Sorry about that, a little more cinematical, but that's because I'm working on some plans, and I need in-game Taze to pass properly, so it's more of just a waiting game. And I have some exciting stuff coming up. It's stuff that you guys recommended. We're going to be changing up our base here soon. With the return of the Dust King, I have some cool story stuff planned, so that is coming in the works. For now, though, I want to thank you guys for watching. I know this was a short episode, but we'll make the next one much longer. I'll see you guys next time.